Hi, I'm Mia, and makeup is still relatively fun here. Ooh, gotta do a quick nail check because I got them done yesterday. Just little hearts, nothing that exciting. It's Valentine's Day, so hearts. So I want to do a full face of like holy grail makeup products today. So I apologize if you feel like I've talked about these a million times already. It's just they're products I love. I know they work for me. I've repurchased some of these products because, I love them that much. I feel like I don't really have a holy grail eyeshadow palette because I use a bunch of different colors from a bunch of different palettes when I do my makeup. But I really do love the Escape Pod palette from Kaleidos. More specifically, I love the shade Terra. It is this beautiful, kind of periwinkle purpley tone. And I love these tones anyway, but the hold they have on me in winter specifically needs to be studied. So I think I'm actually going to do another kind of full cut crease today, which is weird. I don't usually do those, but I have a vision. We just trust me. And my camera has finally been shipped out. I bought a Sony ZV-1F, I think it is, off Mercari a few days ago. But where the seller lives had like a whole bunch of snow over the week, so it got postponed a little. But it's been shipped. It's been accepted by USPS. I should have it by Thursday. But I probably won't have the time to play with it and do anything until next Tuesday. So not ideal, but c'est la vie. Actually, by the time this video gets posted is when I will probably be setting up the camera. Because I want to try to be posting on Tuesdays and Fridays. So to cut my crease, I'm going to mix a bit of a regular skin tone concealer and a little bit of a white because I do plan on using a shimmer, so I don't want it to just be a skin tone base for it. And I'm just going to start to pat. I'm not going to try to go too much above my lid, not my lid, but like my crease itself, because my eyelids are uneven, so I just want to kind of keep it here to keep it relatively symmetrical. Relatively is a strong word, but I don't know why this is the eyeshadow shape I'm going with today when my favorite lashes are not going to match with this, but we'll get to it when we do. Well, I'll get to it. Crease, cut. But also the mattes, actually the shimmers are really good in this palette too, but the mattes in this palette are insanely soft and so easy to blend out. Again, this specific shade is one of my favorites ever. It's fine because I usually angle myself this way, so it's fine. Everything's fine. This isn't being worn outside. And like usual, I'm just going to prep my eyelid with a little bit of the NYX Cosmetics glitter glue. Mostly because the shadow that I plan on using is on the slightly flakier side, so I don't want to deal with a whole lot of fallout if I can reduce it. All of the shimmers in this palette are from Terra Moon's Cosmetics, and I'm going to go in with this shade, which is called Atlas. So I'm just going in with the shade Atlas. This was one of my very first shades I ever bought from them. But unfortunately, my original one broke a few weeks ago, but they were so kind to send me a new replacement. But their shimmer shades are so shifty and glistening almost, which is what I adore in shadows. So even though I don't love doing eyeliner, this shape kind of needs it. And I'm going to go in with this one from Danessa Myricks. It is the Linework Fluid Eyeliner. And I apologize in advance for not talking very much because I can barely do eyeliner as it is, let alone while talking. Yes, I know it's a little downwards. I'm going to clean it up with some micellar water. That way it can be swept up a little as well. But I specifically like this one because it is super black and I have never had a problem with it drying out mid-use like some other more like felt tipped or brush tipped eyeliners. So I put some micellar water on the back of my hand, and this is my cleaned off concealer brush. And I'm just gonna see. This seems like a good stopping point to apply some lashes, and I'm gonna be going in with the Lilly Lashes Sheer Band 3D Foam Make Lashes in the style Desirable. This is a brand new pair of lashes. I'm probably on my second or third pair of them. They're like my favorite lashes. They're slightly flared without being too curled and taking up too much eyelid space. They're fantastic. I love them, but let me put on lashes and I'll be back. Can you guess what serum I'm going in with? Because if you guessed the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops, you're correct. In my defense, this video is called Full Face of Holy Grails for a reason. It's products that I use all the time because I know they work. I like them, but I am pretty sure I've been through like 4 or 5 bottles of this. I'm sorry, I keep catching a glimpse of the shimmer in my screen and it just looks so good. And then like usual, I'm also going in with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum in the shade Main Squeeze. I saw that a new shade was added, but it's pink, and I feel like I don't really need to emphasize how pink my face gets. And like, it's not that like, oh, I'm pink because I'm cool toned. I'm just like, you can tell there's a difference between my face and my neck. My face just gets pink. And my last bit of skin prep is going to be lip balm. I have the Olehenrikson Pout Preserve Lip Peptide Treatment. This is so good. This is the scent Citrus Sunshine, which isn't the one that I always use, but that one's downstairs in my bag and I'm too lazy to go get it. But it's still the same formula. This one's just not as tinted, which is fine. I'm going to be using the About Face, the Performer Skin Focus Foundation, and I'm going to mix a bit of L1 Neutral and a bit of F2 Olive today. Because this one's a little dark. But then the olive one helps with how red my skin gets. And I'm going to be so honest, I don't really know what my undertone is. For the longest time, I thought I was warm toned. And then within like the past 3-ish years, I realized that I might be a little more neutral tone. And now I don't know if I lean a little olive or if it's just my brain playing tricks on me because of the green pigment in the foundation counteracting the redness of my face. And 9 times out of 10, a foundation is too dark for me anyways, so I can't really tell. But again, that's because my skin's like translucent. For concealer, I'm going to be using 2 different shades of the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. One's going to be a little closer to my regular skin tone, and one's going to be just a little brighter for like an under eye effect. With Honey 1.7B, this is still a little light for this foundation, but it's not going to be as contrasting as the other one. And then going in with Royal Icing 1.1N under my eyes for like a little brightening effect. And then a little in the center of the forehead. Also, my mother and I might start going to trivia nights together because there's a brewery that does them on Monday nights, and neither of us usually have anything better going on, so why not? It gets us to go out together, and we get to try to be smart. So these two together make my favorite bronzer and contour duo. This is the Persona Cosmetics Bronze Multi-Stick in the shade Mojave. And then this is the Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick in the shade Toasted. Both of these are the lightest shades in the line because, again, we've established that I am fair. Going in with bronzer first. And I know a lot of people don't like applying like bronzer sticks directly to the skin, but I want the fullest color payoff I can get. And then with the milk, I usually just put a little right there just to kind of emphasize the cheekbones I don't really have. And then a little at like the bridge of my nose. And then start sculpting. Also, this may look a little insane. I'm cleaning it up with concealer. Do not fret. Just clean this up with the same foundation brush as earlier. I really want to get a new tattoo, but I don't really have new tattoo money right now. But on my left arm, I have the bust of Artemis. So I want to do like another Greek mythology inspired tattoo, maybe like the birth of Venus. But again, tattoo money. Even with a tax refund, it's not going to be tattoo money. Now the thing is, I don't really have a favorite blush formula. I have favorite blush colors and I just deal with it, essentially. So I think I might go in with one of the Patrick Ta blush duos, specifically in the shade Not Too Much, because I don't really want to take away from the eye. Also, I need this brand to start coming out with refills, because I'm not spending another, what is it, $38 just for the cream blush, because I haven't even hit pan on the powder. But this is the shade Not Too Much. It's like this gorgeous, like, nude color on me. So if anyone has a color dupe in a cream blush or a liquid blush for Not Too Much, please let me know. So now, before I do highlighter, I'm going to do setting powder. This is specifically the fragrance-free version of the Easy Bake setting powder from Huda Beauty. Because as much as I love the formula of this, I cannot stand the scent. So when she came out with the, fragrance-free one, I was all over that. And for highlighter, I don't think anyone is surprised to see the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter. This is in the shade Seismic, which needs to be restocked because this one's like 3 years old and it's a little gross. But this is a product I've literally been using since 2017. It's like one of the first items I purchased, and I've continued purchasing it because I now have, it's either 4 or 5 shades. But it's beautiful. Perfect. It's the exact type of highlighter that I usually go for. Speaking of seismic, there was an earthquake the other day. Well, other day when I'm filming this is probably going to go out in like a week, so. But I was on the couch with my dog and I felt it and I was like, wow, my downstairs neighbor's washing machine must be really like off balance if it's shaking the house this much. And it's been windy the past few days anyway, so I didn't really think much of it until I got a text from my mother and she's like, did you feel that too? And I'm like, for lip liner, I am going in with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. She's on her last leg, but that just means I use it. So, I do have a brand new, still in the packaging one for when I either give up on this one or this one gives up on me. And I'm sorry, but I do need total concentration to line my lips because it can get a little wild sometimes. Is that even? I'm gonna go in with the MAC Lustreglass Lipstick in the shade Thanks It's MAC. This is relatively new to me. I say relatively new, like within the past like 6 to 8 months. But this is amazing. I love glassy, glossy type of lipsticks, and this is amazing. I'm actually gonna top off some of my blush with some more powdered blush. I feel like the blush isn't blushing today, you know? Alright. I'm gonna go wrestle with my hair because I have so much dry shampoo in it because I've been pushing off on washing my hair for a few days, so we'll see how long this takes. So I think this is the best I can get my hair right now, but like I said, bunch of dry shampoo in my hair, and I need to trim my bangs anyways. They're getting a little long, but this is the finished look. I'm not surprised that I like how it turned out because again, these are all products that I know and love. So it makes sense that I know that they would all look good together. But I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by the shimmer that's on my eyes because again, Terra Moon's Cosmetics is like one of my favorite indie brands for eyeshadows. So